Hey everybody, I'm in the kitchen getting ready to make dinner. It's mid-afternoon, so I'm doing a crock pot style. Otherwise I would not start this early, but thank goodness for crock pots because I can set it and forget it for a little while. It makes it so much faster in the end. But today I'm going to make green chili chicken enchiritos. Recognize that name? Have you been to Taco Bell later and tried to order one? Well, my Taco Bell says they don't make them anymore. I call crap on that, but so that's the only reason I ever started making them, is because they told me they couldn't make them, and I'm like, I really want enchiritos, they're so good. So I started making my own, but today I'm doing green chili chicken, which I actually have not done before, so that's gonna be super good. I usually do the traditional ground beef and red sauce and onion. So you saute the ground beef with the onion. So I have 4 chicken breasts in the crock pot, a 28-ounce can of green chili enchilada sauce, and then a cup and a half of chicken broth in there because that's going to essentially be my sauce in the end. So I have that started in the crock pot there, ready to go for me later. But some other things that I have ready, and I had just from leftovers, and I didn't want to go to the store, so I was gonna make something totally different today, but I didn't have those items. I was missing a couple of items. Actually, I think just one item, so I was kind of annoyed about that because I was excited about that too. But this will be good too. My family really likes this. It makes it a lot, and I could have leftovers, and we could possibly even eat it tomorrow or in a day or so. Or if something happens and we need to skip making dinner, we have a quick dinner to make. So I had leftover refried beans. That was necessary. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough, so I am defrosting some beans that I put in the freezer. I make refried beans and put them in the freezer in gallon bags, and they're so helpful. We always use them for nachos or this, or just refried if we want to have refried beans and rice for dinner or something like that. Also tortas, if you've never had a torta, oh my god, so good. So they're very useful to have. It's really cheap, and they just taste way better than canned beans. Like, I cannot eat Rosarita beans anymore. No offense to anybody that likes those, but they taste very strange, so I don't eat them. But so that's what I do, and it's so cheap. I highly recommend. You can go to Walmart and get a 5-pound bag for probably a couple of dollars or something. I just buy mine whenever I see them, probably grocery outlet, because they have pretty good prices. But for this recipe, you will need refried beans, like I said. You will need tortillas, obviously. And I have Rayleigh's brand in green enchilada sauce. I like their enchilada sauce a lot. It tastes so good. I usually can't stand canned enchilada sauce. It tastes weird, strange and vinegary to me sometimes, but this one is really good. The red one was good, and the green one is very good as well. So my dog's licking my toes. I didn't know what was happening. So if you have a Nob Hill or a Rayleigh's in your area, I know that's very much a West Coast thing, so I'm not sure, but if you have a canned enchilada sauce that you prefer, go ahead and use it, or if you make your own. Sometimes I make my own and I'll freeze it, but I just haven't done that lately, so I'm gonna have to get on that task. So you're also going to need cheese, and for whatever reason, we have so much cheese in our house because I think I love cheese too much, and I just keep buying cheeses that look good to me. So, and then my husband stopped by a dairy and got some artisan cheeses, and oh my gosh, this is Tortilla. We use this quite a bit, like a salty Mexican cheese, and don't judge me, Kraft cheese slices. They're like my guilty pleasure. There's nothing like standing in front of the fridge and eating a Kraft cheese slice right before bed or something. Don't judge me. And for what we have cream cheese, like I have goat cheese in here. I don't even think that's good, actually. Throw that away. I have this cheddar, like old crock smoked cheddar, which I haven't used yet, but I was thinking about making sous vide egg bites in my sous vide and my jelly jars with bacon, so maybe I'll still do that. And this is a Vintage Cheese Company. This is from the dairy. Hickory smoked Gouda. I love Gouda. It's so good. And then I have this Gruyere. I don't know how to say it anyways, but Gruyere, and I did make egg bites with that, and that was really good. Turkey bacon egg bites. So I have too much cheese, so I need to make some mac and cheese, I think. But oh my gosh, yeah, I have so many cheeses, and the more cheeses you put in your mac and cheese, the better. So let's throw the goat cheese away. on it. I'm sad that I didn't eat that. But, so I think that's all the ingredients. I didn't do it already, but I just thought of it while I was talking to you that I'm gonna put a green onion, a white onions in there in my Ninja cooking system. We always say crock pot, but crock pot's a brand, so we gotta say slow cooker. But I like the Ninja, it's really awesome. My husband, it was a refurb when we bought it. My husband had to take the little sensor thing out on the inside, and it works perfectly fine now. It's really not necessary to have the sensor in for me. It doesn't get left unattended for too often, so it works. But those are ready to go. It's got a few more hours, and they should be really good to go. And then we're done. I just finished cutting onions, and I'm weeping now. Onions make me cry more than any boy ever did in my 20s. Oh my God. Dying. So just as a note, I grew up actually in a Mexican household, and my grandma would make tortillas, but sometimes she would also buy them, and she actually bought Mission tortillas, which I really don't like Mission tortillas very much. The flavor is really strange to me, so I don't really make tortillas, but sometimes we'll buy the fresh ones ready to cook, which I love. Those are so good. They have them really cheap at Costco. But I buy Guerrero brand. They're really good, and they're thin, and they're not too doughy and bready, and they don't have an off-putting flavor. So that's what I usually use when I buy tortillas. We always keep tortillas on stock because they're so useful for so many things. If you run out of bread, you have tortillas. You can make a wrap, quesadilla really quick because I have like 500 pounds of cheese in my fridge, so why not? But anyhow, I just wanted to let you know that. So I'm gonna refry the beans now because it's not really necessary for them to be hot, because they're just gonna fill the enchiritos and put them in the oven. So here we go. Got the refried beans going and looking good. Nice thick sauce there. Chicken is almost done. And then I can probably put them together here soon and they'll be ready to go in the oven. It's a little bit early, but that's better early than late. So actually what I'm gonna do right now is take the chicken out and I'm gonna shred it. The sauce, I'm gonna add a little bit of cornstarch because it's gonna be as thick as I would have liked. So that's what's happening right now. I'm gonna shred this chicken up and set it aside. I'm gonna just do a little bit of cornstarch and water and put it in there and just simmer it for a few minutes and it should work fine. Coming back over to our beans. Looking good. I'm gonna mash them, they're pretty hot. So everything is done, all my ingredients are done. I'm gonna use a cookie sheet with parchment paper. My sauce is ready to go. My chicken is shredded, ready to go. Even some of the onions came in with it, and I really like that because I could fill it. And then there's some onions still in the sauce, so I like that too. And my beans got nice and thick. So I'm going to, when I make enchiladas or anything like that, I always heat my tortillas and cook them kind of on, this is a comal, called a comal. Because then they get a little bit less gummy at the end. So people would fry them, or they would fry a corn tortilla or something, but I'm trying to be a little bit healthier about it. Cooking them does help quite a bit, so I'm gonna do that. Still heating up some tortillas, and then I'll fill them. I got that cheese shredded. I don't ever buy shredded cheese, rarely ever. So we always have to shred ours, but it tastes so much better, and it's usually a lot cheaper anyway. We usually get a big block at Costco and just shred it as we need it, and it's delicious. We are partial to the Tillamook sharp cheddar. That's our favorite. Okay, so now it's assembly time. I'm gonna show you how to assemble them. I usually do like multiple at a time, and it kind of helps me measure out everything and see what I'm gonna have. I'm going for 14. So just a little over a dozen. And I hope I get that because it'll just be the perfect amount for leftovers. So here you go. So I finished assembly and I'm excited because I got 14. So I have 14 and now it's time to sauce them and cheese them and put them in the oven. I may wait to put them in the oven, but I have it preheated to 350, so it's already ready to go. So now it's just, you put them together as close as you can because you're gonna sauce them and cheese them. If you don't put enough sauce. So there we go. Now cheese. So I'm actually gonna put them in the oven for about 20 minutes, and it's basically just to melt the cheese and heat everything through together. Because I did put some of the beans in there cold, but it'll just help the cheese melt inside and it'll be really good. So I had so much sauce left over I could not bring myself to throw it away, so I'm gonna save it, and I figure we can make like wet bean burritos, or we'd use it for something. I'll figure something out with it, but a wet bean burrito would be cool for leftovers because I have, of course, leftover beans as well. Again, I always have leftover beans, which I'm not sad about at all. So that's my recipe for green chili. What are they again, babe? Green chili chicken. Okay. I don't know, babe. I can't say it. So that's what's for dinner. That's my recipe for green chili chicken enchiladas. I hope you get to try it and I hope you like it. It's dinner time, so I'll see you later.